Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have replaced my old Trek Fuel X race bike to a new Canyon LUX CF7 XC bike, and in this video I'm going to assemble the bike, and I'm going also to install the Garmin power pedals and the katana dropper post on the bike. I'm also going to weight the bike. The reason why I switched the bikes is that I noticed that the races that I'm participating are more XC type races, and this kind of XC bike could be a little bit faster on the races. The geometry is a little bit different compared to Trek Fuel X. The head tube angle is 68.5, which means that it's steeper and it's harder to ride on downhills, but it should be a little bit faster on uphills. In this bike there is only 100mm suspensions in rear and in front, and this bike is also a little bit lighter than the Trek Fuel X. In this bike there is also carbon frame like it was in the Trek Fuel X. Okay, let's see what do we have in the box. I heard that this box can be used as an assemble stand, but I have this better stand, so I'm going to use that one. Here is the saddle. And there is some accessories. Here is the front tire. And there is some other accessories. And here is the bike. Okay, now the bike is on the stand and I'm going to remove all the packing material. Okay, let's see what's in the accessories box. There is some quick start guide, and then there is a torque wrench, which is nice. This is the assembly paste for the carbon frame. This prevents the seat post from sliding down. Then there is some kind of small bag and reflectors and other plastic stuff. I guess that I'm not going to need these. And this is very nice. There is the fork pump and then some other tools. Okay, first I'm going to install the front tire and the handlebar, and then I'm going to install the original seat post and see what is the weight of the bike. I'm removing this shield here. Okay, in fact even I have own tools. I could also test these tools. I'm putting it in this position, and then I can adjust it on the test ride. So it says 5 to 6 newtons. Okay, now the handlebar and the front tire are okay. Now I'm putting this original seat post and the seat so I can get the weight of the original bike before I install the dropper post. Yeah, and I'm going to do the weighting without the pedals. Let's see the weight of the original setup. 11.55 kilograms. In this Canyon there is some new things. The cables goes inside to the headset and they come all the way here in the rear fork. But there is no specific tube for the dropper post cable, and it may be a little bit interesting to get it routed. I noticed that there is anyway a hole for the cable, so I'm going to try to use this one. And I made a tool. I thought that this could help me to fish the cable. I'm going to put this inside the seat tube in the frame, and then I'm going to try to get the cable inside this hole, and then I'm going to pull a bit, and I hope that I can pull the cable up with this tool. Okay, let's remove the old seat post. I can try to show you how does it look inside the tube. The cables in rear fork goes there, the black ones. And here is the new dropper post cable. Now it's interesting to see, am I able to put the cable in the right way? Okay, it's not gonna be easy. Maybe I need to open the headset to see where the cable should go. Now I'm turning the bike a little bit downwards so that the fork doesn't fall. I noticed that there is also one cable hole, so I could try to use this one also. No, it's not gonna fit. I guess that I need to take the ends of the cable cover off, at least from this end. Yes, now it goes. Yeah, now it goes without the thicker part in the end of the cable cover. I guess that I'm going to put just the cable cover, and then when I got the cable cover from the seat tube, then I'm going to put the thicker part back. Yeah, now I see the end of the cable in the middle of the two other cables. Now I'm trying to put my tool here. I'm going to put it first without the pipe. Now the wire is inside the loop, and I'm pushing the cable a little bit. Now the cable is inside the loop, and now I'm putting the external pipe to help to get it grabbed. Trying to use the pliers to pull the wire as hard as I can. Yeah, now I have a feeling that it's coming. Yeah, I needed to pull the wire with the pliers against the white pipe so that it grabbed properly. Now I'm going to cut this bent part away. Now I'm going to try to put this headset again on its place because it moved a little bit. Yeah. And now I'm going to put this wire end on its place. I'm going to measure the length of the wire cover. Yeah, I guess that I'm going to cut it from there because I will get more wire cover when I put the seat tube on its place. Okay, and then I'm going to put the wire inside the cover. Yeah, came nice. Now I'm going to put the seat tube on and see how does the cover length look. Okay, there is a small piece of metal that I need to take out of there. The cable needs to be put inside this piece of metal, so I'm going to take the wire off. Let's try again. I'm helping with the screwdriver to open the latch. Yeah, now the cable is on its place. And now it's on the right position. Now I'm pulling the cable back. Okay, I guess that now I can check the right length of the cable. Yeah, that seems very good. But now I guess that I'm going to apply the carbon paste. So this prevents the seat tube from sliding down. Now I'm going to tighten it in 6 newtons. And now I'm going to take this seat and test what kind of seat this is. I have also other seats, but I'm going to test this one, and if it's good then I can use it, but if it doesn't fit on my butt then I'm going to switch the seat also. Yeah, I'm putting this in some position, and this needs to be adjusted also on the first ride. And now I need to put the lever of the dropper post on its place. I need to remove this grip first. I'm putting the lever here, and if it needs adjusting I'll do it later. And I'm going to put the cable cover end on its place here, and then the cable into lever. Then I'm going to tighten the screw. Okay, next I'm going to remove the stock chain oil using this brake cleaner, and then I'm going to put this Rex Black Diamond chain wax on the chains. and now I'm putting some air to get the rest brake cleaner off. Okay, now the chain should be quite clean, and now I'm going to apply this Rex chain wax. There is one drop in each link. Okay, now I have gone through the whole chain. Uh-oh, there is a Dorc Disc. I guess I'm going to remove that one. I'm going to use some violence because I don't want to remove the tire. And now, how about the gears? Yeah, I guess I don't need to adjust them. Okay, now I'm going to install the Garmin pedals. I'm applying a bit grease here. I have this copper paste, but it should be okay for this. And the other one. Okay, now everything is done. Next thing is I'm going to take the bike off the stand, and then I'm going to test the riding position and adjust the brake levers. Yeah, the Katana's own dropper post lever was too fat and there wasn't enough space for the lever, especially when here is the suspension remote lock levers. So I switched to Shimano's lever from my other bike, and I'm going to put this one to the other bike where is more space. I also tested the suspension, and the front fork is quite okay, at least for the testing ride, but the rear shock is too tight. I'm going to take some air out of there and check if it will be smoother after that. I have here the shock pump which came with the bike, and I'm going to test this one. Okay, there is 150 psi. I'm going to drop it to 130. Okay, let's try it now. Yeah, I guess now it's okay for the testing ride. I checked that the tire pressure, they are quite high now, but I guess that they are okay for the testing ride. I may adjust them on the ride also. I'm going to take some tools with me so I can do the adjustments when I'm riding, and we'll see how does that work. Now I have done some testing. In fact, I rode 2 testing rides. First was 29 kilometers and 1 hour and 50 minutes basic endurance, mostly on the sand-based roads. The other one was about 21 kilometers and also 1 hour and 50 minutes on the trails. Of course, I needed to do some adjustments like brake levers and seat tube height and the seat position. But otherwise, everything was quite okay. Luckily, I have recently ridden on my gravel bike and my old fat bike, where is about 70 degrees head tube angle. So the 68.5 degrees head tube angle in this bike wasn't so bad. I liked also the remote suspension lock, which worked really well, and also the dropper post worked very well. I felt some slight pain in my wrists and my thumbs, and I guess it's due to too wide handlebar. So I'm going to replace the handlebar to a carbon one, which is already a little bit narrower. I also noticed that I'm pretty sure that there are inner tubes on the tires, so I'm going to remove them and I'm going to install inserts and make the tires tubeless. I have done a video of that work earlier, and if you want to see that, please check it from there. I also weighted the bike, and now the weight is 12.44 kilograms. So I guess when I make the tubeless setup and replace the handlebar, it will decrease a little bit. I'm going to do the handlebar replacement and tubeless later, but the weight after that is 12.30 kilograms. So, if you like the video, please press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do that also. And please remember to press the bell button to get reminders of my new videos. See you on my upcoming videos. Bye!